Each year the average worker spends nearly 2,000 hours working. For millions, those 2,000 hours are spent inside 3 fabric walls that make up a 5x5 cubicle, surrounded by a sea of identical cubes, occupied by a mix of good, bad and ugly cubicle coworkers. If you're lucky enough, you may be surrounded by some very nice coworkers who are completely supportive of you and have the same understanding that one should never bring leftover lamb curry or Limburger cheese to reheat in the office communal microwave or even worse, overheat. The stinky food reheater is just one among a cast of characters found in cube farms, many of whose sole mission seems to be to drive you crazy. Since Cubicle Etiquette 101 was not offered in college and employee handbooks, have no mention whatsoever on what to do if cubicle mates are stinky loud ampersand obnoxious or just plain annoying. Cubicle dwellers are more or less left to fend for themselves under an assortment of trying situations and personality types on the cube farm. While you may follow good cubicle etiquette, unfortunately you cannot control the bad behavior of your cubicle coworkers. Here are some funny tips on how to deal with some of your non-cubicle savvy cube mates. Queen bees, they act like they are in charge of everything, from divvying out the office supplies to insisting on knowing the status of your projects. You find it inappropriate and annoying when you get the third degree for asking for a supply of file folders and staples. How to deal with queen bees. They actually carry a lot of weight around the office because managers just don't want to waste their time and energy trying to rein them in. So take advantage of queen bees by treating them like the queen bees that they think they are. Compliment them on their intelligence, praise them for their hard work, and you'll see, the next time you want one of those fancy pens that only the executives are approved to get, Queen Bee will make sure you get one too. Whiners, they complain to anyone and everyone about everything, from the day's weather to the lousy food in the vending machines to the glare of the light on their computer monitor, and they're just warming up. Then the complaints move on to how overworked they are and how unfair things are, and how they have to do everything around the office. How to deal with whiners. Be careful not to get caught up in the whiner's miseries, because remember, you are on the same cube farm and living the same existence at the whiner. So try not to succumb to the whiner's negativity and make quick getaways whenever possible. Otherwise you may become the next whiner on your cube farm. Cheapskates, somehow they're the ones who partake every time there are any goodies or snacks to share at the office. In fact, they are often at the front of the line and can be seen going back for seconds. But they have never ever contributed or brought anything in to share, and when it comes time, how to deal with cheapskates. Just give up and stop asking cheapskates to contribute anything, because the answer will always be no, and you will only walk away disappointed and frustrated. When it's food and festivities time, assign someone to bring in something old and stale and offer it up to the cheapskate when they come running down the cubicle aisle for their share of the goodies. As for the stinky food reheater, sorry, the only solution may be to have a barf bag handy. These tips are not meant to be conventional or practical, but to hopefully help cubicle dwellers see the lighter side of life on the cube farm. In all seriousness, working in an open office environment for hours on end, day after day, week after week, alongside coworkers who are cubicle nightmares, can truly be stressful. If you can't afford to quit the cube farm, the next best thing is to laugh about it.